They don't just follow, they lead the way, turning spaces into places that stay. They build the bridges, they shape the flow, turning ideas into something that grows. It's not just talk, it's what they do. Every move, every spark breaking through. They turn connection into gold. This is the power they hold. Women in community, making it strong, lifting the voices, bringing us along. Not just a moment, not just a trend. This is the fire that never ends. Women in community, watch them rise, building the future before your eyes. Not just a circle, it's a force. Belonging is the driving course. Beyond the likes, beyond the views. This is the work that breaks through. It's not just talk, it's what they do. Every move, every spark breaking through. They turn connection into gold. This is the power they hold. Women in community, making it strong, lifting the voices, bringing us along. Not just a moment, not just a trend. This is the fire that never ends. Women in community, watch them rise, building the future before your eyes.
Oh man, I love finishing up our content with one of my favorite people on the planet. It is an honor to call this guy a friend. Allow me to introduce to you the one and only Yurii Lazaruk, who will be speaking on connecting community with real revenue. Yuri is a multifaceted community pro, always greeting us with a smile and a wave, whether from his successful podcasts to his community offerings with us peers, okay? Alas, he is a community strategist helping brands grow 10x and freelancers build over $1 million in businesses, okay? In this session, sponsored by Disco, Yuri, it's truly a pleasure to hand it off to you, homie.
Yes, thank you very much. It feels like, yeah, we've done so many things together in the
I know.
previous
We're just back. We're just hanging out again.
Yeah, let's continue the conversation. Let's just keep from the moment we stopped and just go there. And yeah, super happy to be here. I'm always happy to talk to my community fellows and to share some thoughts. And something clicked in my mind 3 years ago, so that's exactly what I'll be talking about today. Because I thought that communities is all about the sense of belonging and that's it, but no, it's not. So I'll be talking a little bit about something that I was obsessed for the latest 2-3 years, and I really believe that people have to be there. So if you'd like me to, let's do it. So first of all, a little bit of my experience. I've been doing community thing for 10 years, and 7 or like 6 of them without even knowing what I'm doing. I know that I'm gathering people, but I didn't know that it's called community building. So during that time, I've made almost every possible mistake in community building, and hopefully learn from them. But I like to still continue in sometimes repeating my mistakes because that's exactly how you learn better. And I built 4 biggest communities for experts in Ukraine. It was for sales experts, SEO experts, marketers, and paid advertisement experts. And then when the war in Ukraine started, I started working with the international world. And currently, I'm working a lot with a community of freelancers. And last year, we had the biggest conference in Berlin for freelancers. It was like over 500 people, and we are definitely doing the next amazing conference this year. But the funny thing is that it's not just a conference; it's a huge community, and we started the conference 2 weeks before because of the community. We started connecting, we started meeting each other, we started having conversations. So people who might did not know each other before the conference, they went to the conference having friends because of the community. And I had a feedback like that I loved the most out of one of the participants of the community. They couldn't join the conference, something happened, so they couldn't be there in person. And they told me that it was the best conference they didn't attend. So because exactly of the online community part, and over the year we keep doing it. Also, you might have heard a little bit about some podcasts that I'm doing, Community Life and Community ROI. So Community Life, it's about community builders and their life journeys. Community ROI, exactly the part of what I'll be talking today, where I connect with amazing community experts, community goals with business goals. And definitely you'll most likely, I hope that you'll participate tomorrow at Between to Work World at 150th friend working meetup. It'll be fun, where community builders make friends, meet old friends, new friends, and have fun. And yeah, also I love reading books, and I definitely know the difference between hat and a boa constrictor digesting an elephant. And also I have fun learning a lot of languages on Duolingo. And yeah, if you still don't know me, just let's connect. I really would love to hear from you. I would love to help you as much as I can. And if you know me, just say hi on LinkedIn. Let's just continue our conversation. So, what I'll share with you, first of all, what is a community for business? Second, we'll jump into a little bit more tangible benefits of a community, how we can touch them. Then the types of community, referring to well-known spaces model and some metrics that usually people should take in the communities, and small steps you can make to achieve some tangible results. So why do I care? I really love this picture from the Community Collective reports on Community ROI, because sometimes if you are building community for business, you are doing something that you are being a glue, you are being a bridge between members, between customers, and between team members. And if you go too much on the community side, if you like just helping people a lot, it's amazing. People will love you. But then your company will like, what is going on in our community? Like we have nothing from there. Like this person is trying to protect community from others. We have no business results. And if there is a question, if somehow you have to cut some budgets, guess what budget will be cut? Yeah, exactly, community. Also, if you go too much in the business side, people will feel it. You'll be pretty much the same sales team or something like that. But if you find the sweet spot in between, that's exactly where magic happens. And as I guess it was Holly Firestone who made this picture first. So community is always in the middle. So you have your different teams, you have marketing, sales, product, customer success, HR, legal team, whatever we call them, and customers. And community helps to make teams speaking to each other. Community, like a good community team, a good community builder will know all the problems of all other teams, all the challenges they face. They will also know all the customers' challenges, and they will connect them in the best amazing way. And I recently saw this amazing picture from Rosie, which is pretty much the same, but just looks a little bit more understandable. So you see this heart in the middle, and you see all the teams inside. So yes, community is at the heart of every business, and I believe that not that many businesses really understand this, and I feel like it's a huge mission of every community builder, of every community team, to educate your team, your management on how it works, but not just by storytelling, but by sharing tangible results with teams and management. So yeah, let's go to tangible business benefits. So it's always the question, what community helps? First of all, I will not jump into all the details. I will go just for one example for different cases. So starting from the support cost reduction. For sure, it's the easiest way. So you totally understand that if you have like your cost support, if you have your call call center, and the more community, the more people in the community answer the questions, the more you will reduce the business of your support team, and definitely you can count it. So total support cost multiplied by percentage of deflected cases, you will see how much money exactly you can save. If we're talking about product team, one of the main things, it's definitely reduced product development costs. So communities helping you to find the bugs, community helping you to test your product, community helps you to come up with ideas to create a better product. And if you find the sweet spot of how to connect community members, your customers, with team members, how to ensure that community members are heard, that you will definitely help. You will help make amazing product faster. You will help save money on your Q&A. No, R&D. Q&A, R&D, like on anything. Like it will help you to save a lot of money. But the thing is, you will not just save money, but you will build an amazing product that people will love to use, which is great. From my perspective, it's really great when you are building something together with your community, with your customers, than you are building something for your customers. It's a huge difference. So, talking about free marketing, you definitely know about the user-generated content. The more content you create, the wider reach it will be, and the more sales. And definitely, people trust people, and this effect. You know how it works. When someone is sharing with you that they've tried something, some amazing donut, or they've been to and saw the amazing cinema, the amazing movie, or they've just, I don't know, subscribed for some amazing community, and they're inside. No matter how much advertisement you will receive, most likely what will drive you to take an action is a feedback from your friend or your colleague or someone who tells us. So the more we talk to people, the more we talk to community members, the more user-generated content we create, the better it will be for marketing. And marketing definitely translates into sales. Talking about sales, exactly. There is this marketing qualified leads, but there is also community qualified leads, because who, if not a community team, community builder, who knows your customers better? Who knows your community members better? Nobody. So I have this great example that in the company I'm working with right now, we're working with freelancers, and we have account managers who are talking to freelancers and clients. We have our marketing team, we have our product team, but for some reason, if people have something they want to, let's say, not argue, but if they're unhappy with something, they will write to community. They will write to me, and I'm like, why do you write to me? Why won't you be open to share it with the product team right away? They're like, yeah, I don't know. I just want to have this conversation. I just want to talk to you. Because I'm just trusting you. So as a community builder, you definitely knows what are the pain points and needs of your community members, and you can help your sales team. You don't really have to protect community from sales. Yeah, sometimes, but if you have a great conversation, you don't really need to do this. So if we calculate like all the amounts from previous slides, it will be like $174K per year saved or generated income. I would say it's good numbers. And I believe that something that we are missing as a community builders, we need to know how to connect data, how to connect numbers with feelings. We need to tell stories, but always, always, always use the data, use the numbers, use language of management, use language of other teams, so people understand better. How can you translate engaged members? How can you translate your ambassadors? How can you translate your human connections into something tangible? So Hopefully it won't be the case, but if the question will be, how can we save money? Community won't be there, because community will bring money or save money, in a good way. So it depends. So talking about types of communities, I really love. I always refer to the Spaces model that was created in CMX, and I definitely know that Karen Lisa Jones took a part of it, and many amazing folks were there. So yes, talking about support, as I've told in the first thing. So what is the best thing to track is definitely amount of answered questions. It's engagement, but like in a good way, not just as a vanity metric, but you really need to understand that the more, I would say that qualified, like qualitative engagement. So not just the conversation for the sake of the conversation, but how much engaged are your community members when they are helping other community members. And it's one thing, like I most likely know this, and most likely I'll be repeating myself, but you need to remember that if something is going on in the community, if you see questions, as a community manager, you don't have to answer all the questions. You don't have to ask your support team to answer all the questions. You have to do some kind of a background job. So your thing, you have to know your community members. You have to know like what they know, what they can share, and then you do this background job that you are pinging those people, that you are motivating them to build connections. And then when you see some amazing communities where people help people, yes, it will get traction a little bit later, but in the beginning you have to be this moving power who motivates everyone to support each other, to help. You have to teach others how to help them. So basically then you will definitely calculate how much people contributed to knowledge base, because if you are doing a community, a support community, you have to create a good knowledge base that people won't be asking the same questions over and over and over again. Yes, they will be still asking some questions, but hopefully they will go and check FAQ first. And definitely reduce customer support calls. So as an examples, there are like a few amazing communities. There are many amazing communities. Some of them, the Atlassian community, that they reduce the support ticket volume and associated cost because of their community, and Fitbit, that reduces dependency on customer support teams because of their community. So if you see that some such kind of businesses are using communities and they see business value, most likely there is business value, and you have to find it. The next one is definitely product. As I've told, it's product ideas, feature adoption, customer satisfaction. Yes, people have to be happy. And there is a little bit of thing. We are building currently a platform for freelancers with 9am. And some people are writing that they have some kind of problems, and they are not happy, that they can't add some parts of their portfolio, or it's not easy for them to find projects, or they can't do something. And they start the conversation in this really angry way, like, hey, your platform sucks, why don't you do this, why don't you do that? Then having a conversation, I always explain what's going on. If they missed something, in most cases, it's because they missed something, they didn't know how to do it. But after I explain, they turn it into ambassadors. First of all, they do not expect that there is someone who can openly talk to, who will not just defend a product, but will try to understand needs and pain points, who will try to really help and support this person. They are amazed. And that also works on your brand, on your company brand. But once again, customer satisfaction is very important, and community team can really help with that a lot. So as you might know, Lego, for sure, they allow funds to submit some product concepts, and they reduce the R&D costs. And also, I really love the story that community saved Lego some time ago, and after that, because of the community, they helped the community. Lego is a thriving company, and definitely Adobe community. Yes, they designers, people who use this, they provide feedback on some better tools, and it helps company refine their product before doing it like a big launch. So they do some small launches into some people they trust to, and then they do bigger launch on the whole audience. And once again, where do you find those people? Community, easy. The next one is acquisition. So something that drives new customers, leads. It's like when you create this amazing community experiences, and you create your ambassadors, your brand advocates. And when you are building community in that way, definitely you will see new users, member signups, you'll see new customers. Then you will calculate your customer acquisition cost, because it will go down really very well, because it's word of mouth and people will invite other people. Definitely lead conversion rate. But one thing, a very important thing, when I'm talking to clients, I'm always saying, is there a way to add in your CRM system something how you can mark that this person is a community member? Because if you don't have it, it will be really, really hard. It will be hard to track every metric, but it will be really, really hard to connect with such things as customer acquisition cost or lead conversion rate. Because if you can't connect your community value with some goals that your business tracks, like without a community, how would you know the impact? You might have a feeling, you might have a sense of belonging, but you won't have the data. And it's very, very important. If you are in a community, you have to fight, like in a good way, but you have to find with your teams in order to add this small tick, the small box that this member is a community member. Types that are using acquisition strategy is definitely Harley owners group, that because of their community, Harley Davidson riders became lifelong customers. And once again, very similar story that it happened to Lego. Harley Davidson community saved the company a long time ago, and after that, it became a really, really thriving company. And the same thing with Lululemon. Yes, the ambassador didn't save the company, but community drives credibility and organic reach, because they have influencers, they have ambassadors who are so invested into the community that they are authentically promoting products for their company. Contribution, definitely, it's when you create content, code actions, or something that you do together, some kind of collaborating platform, something like a GitHub, or maybe even Notion, because you create some templates, you create some things together. So you definitely go for user-generated content, valuable, meaningful engagement, knowledge-based contributions, and for sure, the more you create resources, the more you create something together, the more new members and new users signing up. So go into Airbnb. So basically, it generates high-quality user content, and it helps to attract, motivate, engage, and convert new hosts. People see how it works, they want to do the same, and also they understand that it's easy to do the same. That's why they do the same. Notion community, definitely templates, we create amazing templates, like people doing everything currently on Notion. And I truly, really believe that a huge part of traction that Notion has right now is because of its community. But you have to know how to work with it, yeah? Then it's engagement part, so you go for retention through a community, and you track daily active users, monthly active users, net promoter score, referral rate, member retention. So for this type of community, it's like a night run club. Even though it might look like an app, it's not an app. Yes, it's an app, but you can have access to other people that you know from the community and talk to them there. And Sephora Beauty Insider, it increases their customer lifetime value through recommendations and also through the content, but also mostly through recommendations that people do that. And success. I know that I have not much time, so I'll be super fast. So churn rate, upsell rate, average order value, customer lifetime value, and frequency of purchase. What companies definitely use this? Yes, it's Trailblazer community, and it's definitely Coursera community. So yeah, TLDR, support, defect support tickets. I know that you can read, but super fast. So products helps you with R&D, acquisition turns customers or your community members into brand ambassadors, content expands ecosystems, engagement, retention, and brand love, and success reduces churn and boosts product adoption. It looks like the end, but it's not the end. When you know part of how community can really make us have to understand. And the first step that you have to understand is to really define connected business goal. What one problem should a community solve? To do that, you have to go to different teams, talk to them, ask what challenges they are working for, and then define, hopefully with their help or with the help of your management, if not by yourself, define what you'll be working on. Go focus on one. You'll have much more goals afterwards, but focus on one in the beginning. Step two, choose right model, what you'll be working for, support, product, acquisition, contribution, engagement, or success. They are intersected from time to time, but you have to choose one main path that you'll be working. Then create a member journey, because no matter how amazing community you have, if you don't have a member journey, it will be really, really hard to talk to people. So you have to have onboarding, you have to know how to engage people, and you have to know how to make them stay. But also you need to understand that your community members might have different journeys, because someone might be just lurking. They just saw your company, they saw your product, they saw your service, and they have no idea how to use it. So they're just looking around. Someone already tried your product and they are beginners, they want to learn, but they are not a very experienced user. And someone is experienced, but they join the community because they want to share value with others, because they want to maybe learn something new, because they had some problem that need help solving. And if you will meet each and every person with the same approach, it'll be hard, because if you start with newcomers, with someone who are just only getting to know your product and talk with them about very, very experienced things that senior experts are doing, yeah, it won't work. The same is vice versa. If you talk about some very, very basic things with experienced expert people, yeah, it's boring. They want to go there. So also very important, if you are building community in a product in a company, you need to know who has ownership, like who in the company manages insight, like for who you are working with, like who your main, let's say, partner in crime. Yes, is it marketing team, or is it a customer support team, or is it a sales team? You have to choose. And I remember that during our community ROI podcast, Stephanie Nakano told that, and the easiest way to choose that, it's what you are preferring doing yourself. If you love sales, most likely you'll be working with sales team. If you love marketing, go to marketing team. If you like product, go to product team. So go from where you like, and you will definitely find who to your partner crime. And then I remember this word from Rosie Sherry, and I still use it everywhere and always, MVC, minimum viable community. So you have to start, no matter how amazing stories you might hear from other community builders, from other community experts, you have to start small, and you have to measure impact on every step of your journey. Just start small. It doesn't work that way, build it, they will come. So basically you build it while they're coming, and you build it together and you improve it together. So, but you have to start somewhere. So just start, go for it. And one action step to take right away, if you are still not identifying your ROI, if you still don't know what to do, identify just one area in your business where community can drive impact, and try something. Create some pilot initiative, do some tests, do a meeting, do a webinar, whatever. Just try something. You know how the Pink says in her song, you gotta get up and try and try and try. So if you won't try, you won't find your sweet spot. If you will try, over time, you'll definitely find it. Yes, you still have so many things to learn, and you really tricks. First of all, make community's mission bigger than brand's mission. Then you have to track metrics and business impact from very, very beginning. Yes, at some point it will be zero things to track, but you have to know what you want to track. Start with engaged member. If you are creating community from scratch, Find those super users, someone who is used for a long time, start doing it with them, and then continue. Remove all frictions. Make it as easy as possible for your community members to participate. Make their feedback, make people know that you hear and see them. Every time they give you feedback, make it visible. Create a growth path for power users, and definitely train your internal team to engage in a natural way. So you don't really have to protect community from your internal teams, but you have to work together making things better. And yeah, the more consistent you are, the better results you'll get. And remember to stay positive, because you'll definitely, at least during my journey, I had so much setbacks, I had so many challenges. I'm still having them, but no matter what, I meet them with smile. And it's always about finding not who's guilty, but how can we solve this. If you have this attitude, everything will be great. Useful materials, there are so many useful materials. Like this whole community week is like one huge piece of useful materials. So go revisit previous sessions and go to the next day tomorrow. By the way, I hope to see you at the networking session on Friday. And yeah, but if you have some specific questions, let's connect on LinkedIn, and I'll be happy to help you there and share with you some. By the way, I really love to collect some stuff. So yeah, ask me. I have some links. And also, I have this mission for this year to help 500 people. So if you think I can help me, just ask. And thank you so much for spending this time with me to connect on LinkedIn. And I hope that we'll continue this journey as we're doing with Vicky. We are like, I remember, Vicky, you told me one day that, no, I'm not using LinkedIn, just message me on WhatsApp. And then like I consistently kept sending you messages on LinkedIn. And then at some point, oh, okay, I'm coming back to LinkedIn. Let's continue conversation here. That's how it works. This is, yeah.
If you know me, you know I'm a WhatsApper, voice message, always. That's how you can find me. We do have a few questions. So if you are ready, I can get started. How you feeling?
Let's do it.
Great. Well, the golden nugget question of all time, how do you choose the right platform?
Oh my God. I always go where people are. Like it's a rule of thumb. But then it's better to do some kind of research and see what kind of budget you have. Do you need to connect your website with a community platform? How much technical support do you have? Because sometimes I know that community builders are only ones who are connecting community platform to a community and dealing with all the things. And it's good if you are techie, but if not, yeah, you have to think also about it. So there is no one size fits all,
Right.
but definitely start with go where people are. Sometimes it's better to go for Slack or Discord or Discourse and make things super easy and low hanging. But if you really want to go for some SEO to create some extra content, some amazing super user journeys and stuff, yes, please go discover some other platforms. I won't go and vote for some specific. You really have to choose. And there are so many platforms. And you can go to any community. You can go to the community, you can go to CMX community, you can go to Community Club, you can go to Led by Community and ask a question, and you'll have so much answers. So
yeah, it's a hard one. It's the existential question of community always. Where do I go? Next question is more around what comes to mind when you think of an MVP ambassador program? Maybe how to get started, how to start thinking about it, how do you create one, whatever comes to mind.
First of all, you have to talk to people. So why would there be your ambassadors? Like, what's in it for them? If you have this question, you'll find what the next step to take. So anytime, so for example, recently at Code Control, we created this ambassador programs that it's kind of like connected ambassador program with user-generated content program, but we know that freelancers need to be visible. And we propose them like, hey, you're an expert, create an article that you'll would like your potential clients to see. And we will amplify this article as much as possible. So we'll post it on our website, we'll repost it, we'll post it in the community, we'll post it everywhere. So in this way, and they definitely also repost it on their social media, and they reshare it with people they know. So it's kind of like, I would say, win-win way, because we do our best to promote this person, and this person also, maybe not in a really like promoting way, but like in a good way, promoted Code Control, and people see like, oh, this person like wrote an article, and they're the member of Code Control community. What's going on there? Maybe they can help us too. So yeah, but also I don't really like this kind of questions, because there is so much extra questions I would ask before answering this question. So it's like, how to answer, like how to build a community. So you can do it.
There's 1,000 ways.
Yes, it's really. But this person who asked this question, please message me on LinkedIn. I will definitely ask you some extra questions, and let's find out how you can do this, or how I can help you, or what we can do together. Here we go.
Beautiful. Thank you, Yuri. Those were the questions. We've made it to the end of not only your session, but of content for today on this summit. Yuri, as always, thanking you for your energy, your experience, your how-tos, the homie as always. And with that, my friends, we have come to a close for content. What a fantastic day it has been. Am I right? Okay, I'm just moving into wrapping us up. We're so glad that you joined today's sessions. We hope that you're leaving with new insights, ideas, and meaningful connections, as I mentioned at the start, okay, that will fuel your community work. Before you sign off, we'd love to invite you to the casual networking session happening on Butter, hosted by Nicola Earle. It is a perfect chance to continue the conversation, meet fellow changemakers, and expand your network, of course, as you very well know. Head over to Butter now, keep the momentum going. Day 5 is tomorrow, and we will see you there. Ciao for now.
Meet the speakers, hear their call. We're learning together, one and all. Sign up now, be part of the week. A whole world of wisdom, come take a peek. Every session, every voice, every question. Make your choice, from London to New York, the world's in tune. Community Week, it's coming soon. This is your moment, this is your space. Come find your people, come take your place. The first of many, the future is bright. Let's build together, step into the light. The time is here. 5 days of magic, once a year. From talks to connections, from learning to fun. The first Community Week, it's just begun. Ba 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 ba.